All right, so what are we calling it? Weed news, canna news, cannabis news, hemp news? No, I don't like that either. I don't like any of these. Wait, I got it. Welcome to News by the Gram, your weekly news show for all things hemp, cannabis, and the like. This week, Mississippi just legalized medical cannabis. Tennessee lawmakers want to put the decision of legalization in the hands of the people. Multiple ongoing studies are looking at the effects of CBD on COVID-19. Plus, donkeys and green things normally go great together, right? Well, according to a new study, maybe not. Also, how our poop may be harmful to our furry friends. So a new study from Kansas investigated a case where 2 donkeys were afflicted with cannabis toxicosis. If you didn't know, cannabis is toxic to some animals. So when consumed, either directly or indirectly, it can cause lethargy, irregular heart rates, hypothermia, urinary incontinence, as well as a whole slew of other ailments. Good news though, this gave scientists a chance to experiment with tests to see if, in fact, the donkey's condition was due to exposure to cannabis. And though they weren't able to determine the dosage that caused the toxicosis reaction, they were able to determine the cannabinoid concentrations in the donkey's systems. This is hugely beneficial for equine doctors to be able to test for cannabis toxicosis on other animals in the future. It goes without saying that people should not be intentionally intoxicating animals with cannabis. But even if you aren't doing it directly, shit happens. Literally, as a study from late last year was investigating several cases between 2011 and 2020 of cannabis toxicosis in dogs. The study found that the dogs had potentially been exposed to cannabis after consuming the poop of a human that had previously consumed cannabis. Oh, what is happening? This study was specifically investigating the potential role of THC in the dog's toxicosis, as there are multiple studies exhibiting the potential benefit of other cannabinoids for dogs, such as CBD. Mississippi has become the 39th state to legalize medical cannabis. Huzzah! Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves has signed this new bill and it will become law effective immediately. He has, however, expressed much opposition to ever having recreational cannabis in the state. This is still good news for those that need their medicine, as medical patients can now purchase up to 3.5 grams of cannabis flower or 1 gram of cannabis concentrate per day with a maximum monthly limit of 3 ounces. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those numbers suck! And they do, from a recreational standpoint. From a medical standpoint, this is amazing that patients that need medical cannabis can now finally get their medicine without breaking their state laws or having to spend ludicrous amounts of money getting it shipped or crossing state lines. This is a victory, everyone. Bank it a win for the cannabis industry. We're getting there. Did anyone else ever think Mississippi, of all the southern states, would ever think of legalizing on any level? Baby steps, y'all. We gotta celebrate the baby steps. We might be celebrating our own baby steps here soon in Tennessee as well. We've had bill after bill after bill over the years, all attempting to legalize cannabis on some state level, whether it be medical, recreational. All of them, save for a few, and the hemp farming bill, have flopped. But wait, there's a promising bipartisan bill on the horizon. It's riding in on a white horse in the sunlight like an old wizard. Democratic Senator Sarah Kyle and Republican Representative Bruce Griffey want to see what Tennessee citizens have to say when it comes to the legalization of cannabis. This new bill would put 3 questions on the November 2022 general election ballot. Number 1, should the state of Tennessee legalize medical marijuana? Number 2, should the state decriminalize the possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana? And number 3, should the state legalize and regulate the commercial sales of recreational marijuana? Whew, wow, you can really tell Tennesseans wrote this, can't you? Cannabis, come on, say it with me, cannabis, cannabis. I'm saying it right here. Please, get the term marijuana out of your vocabulary, please. It's rooted in racism, and we aren't having any of that here. We will, however, be having an extra helping of CBD with dessert this week. A new ongoing study is currently investigating the potential of CBD as well as other cannabinoids in helping to fight COVID-19. A joint study between the University of Chicago and the University of Illinois at Chicago, as well as many other studies going on around the world, are studying the effectiveness of cannabinoids as antiviral agents. Now, do not take this and immediately go out and buy all the CBD products you can. It has been explicitly stated by representatives of the FDA that only one FDA-approved CBD product, the only one that actually exists, had been used in these studies and tests, and that any findings cannot be assumed to be true of all CBD products. These studies are still in their very early stages. Any findings should not be assumed to be definitive proof of anything until more research is conducted and more studies are peer-reviewed. That being said, holy shit, this will be so dope if this turns out to be true. We had a global pandemic that has affected millions and has kept us living in fear and paranoia and locked us in our own homes like they were prisons. And the solution to fix it all might be cannabis. This could be the happiest days of our life, everybody. The happiest day. Imagine what would happen if, after all these studies have concluded, what if, not sponsored by Disney or Marvel, what if we find through these studies that some of the worst diseases, afflictions, and ailments can be treated with cannabis? Wow. If scientists discover that the heady community was, in fact, right all along about how amazing this plant is, so many people will benefit. Not just those suffering from viruses or other physical sickness, but those who are mentally suffering as well. Finally, cannabis is at the forefront of conversation when it comes to how it helps people. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on News by the Gram. Did I do it?